Okay, day 5. Time to get busy. This actually catches me up. I'll actually get to start playing again after this. Now, I did realize the last 2 days, 3 and 4, I uploaded under a lower, or exported out as a lower quality file. And I'm hoping that's going to be sufficient because I really need to streamline this a bit. I figure I can just export it out and then run the commentary over that if I really need to make time, and then just play catch up on the commentary. I'd rather not, but I mean, I could try to do live commentary again, but I just don't know. I really don't. I guess it'll all depend on, well, this recording. I feel like I don't have a lot to say. So I try to do back-to-back commentaries where you're not commenting on, you're not experiencing it. I don't know.
Didn't we agree?
I was so frustrated before, though.
Be free? Damn, this is all I can say.
Oh, I thought I got my,
Flash some cash.
I thought I got the bike this time around. Apparently I didn't. I must get the bike later in the day, or at least after this next mission.
You cheap ass son of a bitch.
I wish I would have checked to see how many missions I did before I get the bike. I want to be clear on just how many missions you have to do before he'll cough up the bike. It feels like it's a lot. Also, beta 1.2 was released, I guess, today. So I've downloaded that, and when I start up day 6 and 7 is going to be under beta 1.2. So we'll see what that has to do, or what sort of changes that makes to my playstyle and the game overall. Assuming it even runs properly. It could be unstable as hell and glitched out. In which case I'll have to go back to the original stable version. But since I'm not trying to run multiplayer, I don't know. I've been seeing that some people have been having some issues running it multiplayer, so who knows? We'll see. I'm not really hung up. I just figured it's out. I'm here. I might as well do it. Making bacon and eggs, finally. I'm sitting there making goldenrod tea, but I have goldenrod tea in there. There you go. I just drink that, and I think I let the dysentery just play itself out after the goldenrod tea is done. Got too many things going on to waste my time with dysentery, treating it at least. This is when I'm getting curious about the bacon and eggs effect. I never really checked it out. Gives a slight boost to maximum stamina. I think it puts it up to like 118 or something like that. We're about to find out. Yeah, 118. Or it could be 110 and I already had a buff on there or maybe I just have that buff and it increased it to 10 by 10, but it gives it a slight increase, but 118 is still better than 100. This is where I go for parkour, I believe. I consider Lucky Looter, but I'm more or less just I'm flirting with this idea of doing just a fast run, like an agility run. But I'm already so far in now with my points that it's like it's difficult for me to imagine, you know, it's difficult for me to imagine sinking for the rest of this run, sinking more and more into parkour and from the shadows and also cardio. I'm just kind of reading over the stuff now. I've read it before, but I got to remind myself from time to time just to see what would be good to throw things into. And honest to God, I don't even know what constitutes as medium armor anymore, so it's like... And this is when I started looking at the Great Heist and the Night Stalker. I was checking that because I wanted to see if what I got in the Night Stalker category. But the Great Heist is where my favorite perk is, and I don't have any of the Great Heist books. Never encumbered at night. That's damn fine. Damn fine. So I'm getting a bunch for all the stuff that I don't need, like sniper, Jesus. You know, use no stamina while sneak sprinting. Which, you know, is fine. But now I've got a whole new lease on life, so I don't even know how much sneak sprinting I'm going to be doing in the near future. Yeah, I just decided to leave that. Oh yeah, I gotta get the mission. I do that often. I'll leave Trader Act and I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot to get the mission.
Smells like dysentery.
Yeah, that guy he has never done that before.
Can't say I'm not.
Called me out for my dysentery. I think that's the first time I've ever heard him do that. I was surprised when that happened. I'm like, oh wow. I was like, I wonder if he has any witty banter for you if you come in infected. I've never paid attention. That was the first time I noticed the whole him mentioning my dysentery. That's a pretty cool little thing there. Now this is the smokehouse. So yeah, this is the one before the bicycle. It's a good little reprieve, I have to say. Smokehouse is just easy as hell. It's just a little far. I mean, I guess it's okay far away. It's farther away than the the mushroom mines. But it's not on the other side of the lake, which I'm very happy for. I hate having to go on the other side of the lake. If it wasn't for the XP I get, because I really, since I don't get XP for kills, I really have to overcompensate with doing missions and other things. And that's my one big fear as far as like doing a run where I'm not mining, because mining builds up. You end up like, before you know it, you're gaining a lot of XP. And before you know it, you're jumping in levels with the more mining you do. But, yeah, without getting it from kills, that means blood moons are literally just dead. That's like a 6-hour period of no XP gain whatsoever. I keep up fairly well, though, with the mining, but if I'm going to focus more on going out and exploring and going into other biomes, I'm not going to be doing a lot of mining, so I'm going to miss out on all that XP. So I guess you could say it's a balancing act. Yeah, this is when I realized, oh yeah, there is a vulture in these here parts that I'm going to have to contend with. See, this whole process, and it will be worse for me when I go into other biomes and areas that I'm not as familiar with. I'll get surprised by vultures routinely, and birds, not birds, dogs, and other things. I spend my time like breaking down the vultures because, well, I want rotten flesh for my agricultural concerns. Although I do feel like with what I'm about to embark in agriculture, I just don't have to put any points in a lot of these things I was planning to put points in because, well, honestly, I won't be doing much of anything except for running around. That didn't work out at all. And I don't know if I've gotten the challenge for this yet or not. Maybe I already did. I don't know why I'm still busting those pipes up if I already got completed the challenge, but there I go. And I think at some point Big Boy ends up entering the camp before I start the mission. If I'm not mistaken. There I go again. Give it up, man. You've already got all the pipes you need. Yeah, there's him, but where's the big boy? I thought there was a big boy. There he comes. Am I just going to start the mission? That's bold of me. Well, I was saying, where'd that nurse go? There she goes. It's like right when I was thinking, where'd that nurse go? She pops up on top of the truck. That's funny. Turn that down a little bit. I never know where that vulture is. I love how they fly right into those spikes. It's like not even a... That's one of those things that I'm almost afraid that they fixed in 1.2. I'm like, please don't make it where the buzzards are smarter and they don't fly into the spikes anymore. So that's going to kill my run. I'll have to go back to the to 1.1 if that's the case. I mean, that's my bread and butter. Smarter vultures will not an easier game make, that's for sure. God damn. Me and those pipes. Man, I'm hungry. I've been doing this all day. Except for the little break I took to talk to my boss. But I am very hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I just can't work it. I can't work it in, you know. I just can't find the time with all of this doing commentary and uploading videos, editing videos. It's such an egregious time soak. Oh, I'm done with that. Okay. I was like, where the hell am I going? Like, I didn't even realize I completed the mission. Once I get the bike, I make the decision that I'm going to go and do something that I didn't even do last run before the end approach. Of course, I don't feel like I really had to the last run because I was just getting insanely lucky with a lot of the things that were coming my way. This time around, I feel like I needed a little boost. I wasn't finding as much as I really wanted to, so I made the arduous trek to head on over to Crack-a-Book. And if you don't know where that is, you're about to find out as soon as I get the bike up and running. I mean, maybe I did do it today. I'm trying to remember if I got there too late. Because I know the first thing I do is do the... I go to Trader Jen and open her trade route open. Or, you know, start that trade route or whatever. So that's all before I head over to Deersville. So maybe so. I'm trying to remember. I got there. I think I got there just in time before it got dark. Maybe. I guess I'm going to find out. I'll find out like you, the viewer, will find out. You think I would remember it was only a couple of hours ago that I did it. Well, it's been more than a couple of hours now. Jesus, it's been like 4 or 5 hours. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is my 3rd hour of commentary that I've had to do. I just feel like in-game commentary, doing live commentary, will result in me being flustered, me making mistakes, and a combination of me not talking, which I guess could be fine.
Well, looky here, boys. We got ourselves a real-life hero. And now...
And there we go. Tier 1 complete. And there's Hootie going nuts, of course. See, right there, I was considering getting the traps bundle. I was like, yeah, but I'm like, no. Because I knew I had all the other parts for the bike.
What's it gonna be, huh?
So I was like, all I need is another tire, and I could build my own bike. Maybe I should take the opportunity to get the traps bundle. But the problem with those bundled boxes is that you think you're going to get like everything you need for, say, a dart trap or whatever, but it's a random mixed bag of stuff that you get. So sometimes it'll have the actual trap in it and maybe some other stuff. Other times it will literally just be some parts and ammo and things like that, and not nearly enough to what you need to complete it. And right now I don't even have a workbench. I don't think I've unlocked workbench yet. So I'm and even if I did, I don't think, even if with a workbench, I don't know if I can actually craft what I need. I don't know if I can craft a power bank. I don't know if I can even craft a dart trap, to be honest. I honestly do not know. And that's what precipitates my wanting to travel to Crack-a-Book to try to jumpstart that aspect of the game. A learning renaissance, if you will. Spoilers, it didn't really pan out the way I hoped. Nothing bad happened, it's just, well, you'll see. I don't really get much. I think that's indicative of whatever is going on with the RNG in this seed, is that it's, when it comes to books and things like that, it's almost like the mailbox thing, where it's 75% of the time it's spitting out paper. Not to say that the shelves were just littered with paper. At Crack-a-Book, it's that the books that I was getting just weren't helpful. They were mostly in stuff that I'm not really trying to boost. Although I did think about the concept of mining going forward. If I just got like explosive ammo and some, 7.62 rifle or maybe SMG with exploding ammo, I could just pound my way through. Well, but I don't think I don't get the materials if I do that, though. And that's kind of like why I need to mine, because I'm really wanting that to build cobblestone and eventually concrete. Yep, this is where I decided to do the special job.
Look, Blockhead, let's get one thing straight. You're not working. Quit gawking. Either.
Yep, selling the bike parts. Bye. I thought I could build my own, but nope. Now, I never thought if I actually took all those pieces and built the bike and then sold the bike, I might be able to get a pretty penny off that. I should have given that some consideration. But how often is that actually going to happen,
Doing business.
It's not all the time where you get rewarded with a bunch of bike parts out in the field. Man, I'm really going to have... I'm just thinking about my day 6 and day 7 videos. I'm going to have to start building a raid base. I have to start building a raid base. My only fear is that it's not going to work out the way I hope. I kind of want to build like the one that I'm thinking about building, and I also want to build a Plan B base. But I'm just not for sure how the Plan B base is going to work out. Or if I'll have time, you know. Like I said, I have very little cobblestone now. I haven't been mining. I haven't really been doing my due diligence to get materials up. So day 6, I think I'm just going to be a lot of me doing this. As sad as that is going to be to admit to, I'm going to have to spend the time. Otherwise, I'm never going to get past day 7. I mean, I guess I could go into a pre-existing building, shore it up, and then just ride the storm out. I've done that in the past during blood moons, but I've done that with like weapons and whatnot. You know, doing it with traps only. I don't know, man. That is a difficult prospect. I'm really gonna have to start thinking about that. I can tell you right now, I'll know by the time I get done with this video. Look at me thinking. I decided to just go ahead and go to Trader Jen. I'll know by the end of this video what I'm going to do. I am going to make this determination though if I decide that day 6 is going to be, if I'm just going to focus all my efforts on building up a raid base, then day 6 is going to be a no commentary day, because all it's going to be is mining. It's almost going to be non-stop mining all day long. There's no real sense in trying to run commentary over that, especially since I've been talking, 4 or 5 hours of commentary on a day is like, I don't know. So I'll probably just make that a video, a procedural video, so to speak. It's like, it's just showcasing the work that I put in. Maybe I'll just do day 6 as a, 300% speed, showing me mining. Reduce the time down to like 15 minutes, if that. Show the actual base building, but not the actual mining. That's a possibility. I may actually think about that. But as far as like day 7 goes, I may run, depending on how much of the base I get built day 6, I may run live commentary for that. Because when it all falls apart, it'll be fun. I mean, if it does fall apart, it'll be interesting to have my in-game commentary going of me reacting to all my best laid plans falling apart. Trader Jen is hard to get to from the east. And of course I gotta stop and kill this snake. I mean, free meat. Now there's another one that appears on my compass and I'm like, oh. But I think I leave it because it's down at the bottom of the hill and I'm like, I don't want to go down there. It's like if I saw it appear on the land, I may have just thought about running down there real quick, but since I couldn't see it, I knew it was further down and I wasn't going to waste the time. And that was me accidentally eating raw meat when I should have been drinking water. I'm glad I didn't get like poisoned or whatever out from it, but that was a dumb mistake. Yeah, I think I got a crossroads ahead of me, basically. I got to determine if I'm going to go into like a heavily, not industrialized area, but a area with bigger buildings and just kind of, well, now I think about it, how in the hell am I going to reinforce things? Ghost Ride the Whip. How am I going to reinforce any building I go to if I don't have any cobblestone? So I'm kind of back to where I started. I may just have to spend day 6 mining. I mean, all I got to do is get past day 7, night 7, technically. And, yeah, I have to kill this boar. I mean, it's just walking around. It's begging to be, it's begging to be killed. I waste a hell of a lot of traps on this too, because I'm like, it's going to start walking in some direction that's not forward. So I'm gonna get it. And of course, these things, when they start running, they plow right through traps, right through them. I mean, it really is sort of a window into what to expect in late game hordes and fast moving zombies, fast moving enemies in general. They'll just speed run right through my traps, leaving them virtually intact, not even slightly broken. I'm like, that's not good. I kind of wish there was more of a trap, like more variances of traps, like maybe a tall trap, short trap, tall trap. Takes more materials to make, but you can make something that's like 6 meters instead of 3 meters. Because that would help in a lot of cases with zombies that just sort of like pass right through stuff, especially like zombies that kind of can hop over, walk over, whatever. It's like, I feel like having something on high. But the thing is, even if it was a 6 meter high trap, if it only registered as the smaller one, only it was bigger and had more of a hitbox, that wouldn't really help either. It'd still have to operate as 2 independent 3 meter spike traps in order for it to be useful at all. And listen to me, like, wish listing at this point. See, I get those all the time. Can't keep my hands out of the dumpster, apparently. There's the workbench. I wasn't sure if I unlocked the workbench yet or not. I guess I did. Of course, I still don't have a lot of, like, I don't have glue or duct tape in an abundance. So as far as making, like, armor or whatever, it's just something I'm going to have to hold off on.
The name's Jenny, but you can call me Dr. Jen. I knew you had it in you. Good work. Pure, potent, proven.
I do believe I set up a little drop-off outside of her base. Yeah, I do, before I make my way over to Deersville. What am I guess I'm just looking. I'm trying to consider getting something, but... Do I buy the 3 electrical trap books? Or the Wasteland Treasures? Oh. I forgot to look up what that was. I remember seeing it like, that looks interesting, I'll get it. But then I completely forgot to look up what that unlocked. So I'll do that when I start the game back up in day 6.
Asking again? Yeah, still no.
Just trying to unload as much as I can because I knew what I was going to have to end up doing. Because I didn't want to go over to Deersville with a full load, and I didn't want to have to go back to base, so...
Thanks for letting me take care of you. And be sure to tell your friends.
So now with Trader Jen opened, I can move on with my life. And here's the... I try to get far enough away from it to where if anything happens, it's not going to just cancel out or go away like it does with missions. And hopefully this is far enough away, but I don't think I left anything of actual value. Maybe I did. I guess I'm going to find out right now. Did I honestly take... Jesus. Okay, well, I didn't remember doing that, but whatever. I'm gonna have to make a trip back to the Trader Jen's to pick up my stuff. The hell am I doing? I must have... Oh, I know what I was going to do. That's right. I'm going south because I'm thinking that there's like a town that I can go to with some bigger buildings. But I'm mistaken. Because now I'm heading into the barrel. I realized just up the road here, I'm heading into the belly of the beast and I have to turn around. Because the telltale sign of the desert approaches. I'm like, uh-oh, nope. I am not going into the desert. Pedal, pedal, pedal. That tree just hovering out there. Yeah, past it. Yeah, there's no possible way I'm doing commentary for just a mining video. No way. I mean, if I hadn't already done a bunch of commentary today and had more stuff to talk about. And here's where I get the 75% of mailboxes versus 90% because I actually get some mailboxes, well, except for that one, that cough up more than just paper. Of course, they're not mailboxes like outside of houses. They're like the mailboxes outside of one of these buildings. And that paid off handily, but... I don't know how to pronounce the name of this area either. I've played it for years and I've never known how the pronunciation. Navezgane. Knave is a game. I don't know. Navisgani. See, I think the zombies are starting to move a little fast. I think that's what's tripping me up, is the zombies are moving faster than they did on the last run. Just a slight bit, and it's throwing off my timing when I set down a trap and I think, oh, they'll just run into it and get caught up. But like just like that burnt one, it was coming a little too fast for comfort. And I'm not taking that into consideration whenever I do this, and I turn away and start doing other stuff, and then I get slapped in the back. Now I'm making my way to Deersville. Well, I was. Geesh. Had to have that cooler. Playing press your luck with the old mailboxes again. See, the good thing about getting the bike now is that, like when I come into areas like this, later days, there's going to be zombie dogs everywhere. So at least with the bike, I know I can pedal my ass past them if I get into a sticky situation. On foot, there's no way. There's just no way. I'd be much happier if I had the mini bike, but then I'd have to worry about getting gas for it all the time. And unlike most times I play this game, I'm not like religiously collecting gas wherever I can. What a waste. But the mailboxes in Deersville, they pump out a little. My luck there is better than it has been up to this point of not getting paper. Man, I'm so hungry. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat. I guess it'll be potatoes again. Luther's going nuts. Not really. I mean, he's fairly reserved. This is reserved barking for him. Of course, I got him locked out of the living room, too. The old Navisgane, whatever fire department, NFD. That's my usual stomping ground when I'm over in this area. I set up base there. One time on a trap only run, I just set up a base there. Like, no, it wasn't a trap only run. It was just a regular no death run. I set up a base there and just kind of hung around this area. Didn't even go to Trader Rect at all. Got everything I needed though. I entertained slightly. See, I had memory of getting to crack a book like kind of late. I think I get it all knocked out before nightfall though, because I spend the rest of the night just riding my bike around Deersville, collecting like a paper boy in reverse, collecting everything out of mailboxes that I can. You knew they were going to throw some paper in eventually. See, he's running a bit faster than he normally does. And I kind of felt like he was clearing the trap way sooner than I was expecting him to. I got to recalibrate for all of this. It changes from attempt to attempt. There's my quality 2 bone knife. Even though I've had one for ages now. I'm still really considering the concept of expanding this into bone knife, and I feel like if I did bone knife, then I'd have to limit myself to just wood and steel traps, spike traps, and bone knife. Then it gets so, like, descriptive. I mean, I keep saying trap only, but the only traps I ever use are the wood and iron traps. And the iron barely. I mostly use wood spike traps. Because how else are you going to go into, like, you know, a place like this and set up and deploy electrical traps and use them effectively? The amount of garbage you have to carry around and then have to leave there. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, when you set up a power supply, like a generator or a battery bank, that's pretty much where that stuff stays. I mean, I don't think you get the batteries back. Well, no, in the battery bank you do. But when you put the engines in the generator, I don't think you can get those engines back out. I think they just become part of the system. I may be mistaken. But even so, you lose the generator. You can't pick it up and take it. So I'd have to create a mobile manufacturing facility for building generators out in the wild and all the materials to make it. And fuel. And engines. I mean, you can see where I'm going with this. Like, there's no easy way to go about doing it. Wood spike traps and, to a lesser extent, iron spike traps are the easiest and most easily deployable traps besides mines in the game. So, and I didn't rule mines out. I could start building mines, but that goes into a whole realm of me having to find coal and nitrate, whatever, resources, and start mining the crap out of all that. And spend several days mining those resources so I can start making gunpowder at the wazoo. Do I go up on that roof? With an hour left, do I honestly go up on that roof? I gotta wonder. I'm pretty sure I do. Yep, I'm making a mad dash for it. Yep, I'm making a dash for it. And this is where I almost get caught up. The dog gets awoken way before I was expecting it to. And I was in a... You can see I've already put myself in a precarious little position. I'm not an idiot, so I build a little little elevated platform or something to allow me to get on the roof in a pinch. Of course, I don't end up breaking the blocks down soon enough to keep the dog from getting up there, but as you will see. I got startled because I wasn't expecting him to wake up. See, immediately, and I'm like, crap, run into my own trap, get up there, turn around, they're already on their way up. I set a trap instead of pulling the block up like an idiot. But that's okay, it takes the dog down. Look at him plowing through those traps. It takes him down, but, you know. That's the one thing I don't like about the dogs is they'll just run pretty much right through your traps, leave them in, you know, in almost perfect standing. And by the time you killed them, you've got like six or seven traps laid and down. And you probably have to destroy all those traps based on your placement if you box yourself in with them. So it's kind of wasteful, and it's not efficient at all. And I don't think the iron spike traps are any better in that regard for the dog or any other. I just think the spike traps for fast-moving zombies it doesn't work. Which begs the question: how am I going to make a late-game run like work? Can I get past day 14? Or I should say night 14. And I might be able to, but can I get past? Then it'll be, can I get past Blood Moon 21? Which all signs point to no. Oh, that was the rogue hood. Okay. Luther. I don't know why he's barking. It can't be that late. And the rest of the night is me pillaging Deersville. Well, pillaging their mailboxes. I did for a brief second think about going into the hospital. Not at night, but hanging around and going in the next day. But that would be suicide. Literal suicide. There is no possible way I could make anything work in there with just traps. At least not at this point. I'm going to have to develop something, an idea. I feel like I really need to get some mines before I even attempt the hospital. And this is it. I know that I ended up stopping the recording late, which sucks because this is a huge recording. I'm going to have to really think about that. I may have to chop it out and make its own little piece so I can delete the bulk of the 2.5 hour clip, because I need to free up that space in order to continue. That's what this whole day has been about. So in reality, it's like, I gotta make that. I can't hang on to that, and I can't cut it short. So, and I know, I'm almost positive I ran over. See, I was wondering about that because I was like, man, I thought about it after the fact because I tried doing it again. I'm like, I'm not jumping over trap. I won't make it, but I just did it. Right there. Me and those snakes, man. I mean, it's the only way I can get meat outside of just your eventual, like, occasional or sporadic animal running into my happenstance spikes and me being close. And I did set into the rules that I can't wake up a boar unless it's a mission that requires it. Which, I don't know why, but I'm getting the weird sensation or flashback that I've already done that mission. I was like, well, you're going to see it happen, but how? Like, unless I went real deep into day 6. Oh, wait, this is day 5. Oh, no. It hasn't flipped over yet. It's about to go. Okay. So did I go deep into day 6? If so, I'm oof. Things are going to get sketchy. Things are going to get real sketchy. Because I'm not going to have time. I may have just ruined the entire run by not giving myself... But, you know, when it comes down to it, I don't have the tools to do a significant amount of mining. I should have been mining the entire time if I was going to work with the tools I already have. But it's a balancing act, really. I got to look for stuff and complete missions, build XP, do all this stuff simultaneously, it seems like. And I just don't have the time. Unless things just work out in my favor, which in this run, some things have, some things haven't. But I'm almost positive I finish out Deersville here, and then I pedal back to my base, drop off a bunch of stuff, and then hit the trader first thing in the morning, and then go to I go to that barn. I'm almost positive I did that mission. I'm gonna lead him away from my crushed chicken because I want that chicken. So rare do I get a chicken. Don't want dumb zombie eating it. But yeah, because I was going to reference the fact that, like, I had to do the thing I was talking about. I got that mission where I have to go to the barn and there's a bunch of sleeping boars, or at least one sleeping boar that's mission critical. Like, you have to eliminate it, and it won't wake up for anything. It will not wake up. As a matter of fact, in my previous run, I brought down the entire barn. I went around and whacked away at the outside of the barn and all the supports of the barn to bring the barn down on top of the boar, only for it to just get pushed outside. And I'm like, I'm rushing to get as it walks itself out, I'm rushing to get a spike trap in front of it so I can kill it. And then it just it goes out and goes right back to sleep. I'm like, no, because now there's nothing I can do. Like, I just spent all that time bringing the barn down, hoping it would crush and kill the boar, and to no avail. So I just, in frustration, just decked it and then took it out, because I was like, I can't do this. I thought for sure I killed that snake, but nope. So yeah, I must be at least a few hours deep into day 6. That, I don't know, this run's had its ups and downs, really. I feel like I lost hope early on, and that's going to cost me in the end. I can assure you, though, that I'm not going to do commentary again if I have to redo this run. Not redo it, but do it run 3. Because I just can't. I can't stomach the idea that I got to spend all day processing the 2.5 hours that I filmed. You know. What did I say? I've done. This is my 4th commentary, I think. No, this is. Yeah, this is my 4th commentary. It's like that's literal 4 hours of the day that I have to spend talking, and that was carried over from last night's footage. The 2.5 hours, part of day, what was it, 3, and then the remainder of day 3 that I shot today, plus everything kind of got chopped up and weird. It's just weird. But yeah, it's just a time soak. Now, I do have a full setup in the basement where I could either stream or record this down there. I just hate being in my basement. Man, I'll tell you what else is going to get me if this beta 1.2, if they bring back the high contrast, like really dark areas, if they bring that back, I'm yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I am not at all in any way, shape, or form prepared for that with the run that I'm doing. Nighttime will not be the right time. And I've gotten so accustomed to just, lately just hanging out and running around and doing stuff at night. To have to go back to Sneaky Pete. That doesn't set well with me. God, I know I went into day. I just know it. Man, I'm irritated now because I feel like I'm going to have to finish out day 6, stop, edit, commentary, and then move on from there. There's so much that goes into it now. I guess I'm just going to have to figure out how to do commentary and play at the same time and just let the commentary be what it is. I guess I don't have to talk through the whole thing, but if you stay tuned for day 6, you will see what I ultimately decide to do and come up with. Because I'm almost 100% positive at this point that this doesn't end at 4 o'clock. Unless it was in an earlier day and I just missed it. Which is a possibility. I mean, it's just something. When I got the news earlier today, I kind of just stopped paying attention to what was going on screen. So that may have been one of the previous days, and I just didn't realize, and now I don't remember. Well, let me see. Hey. You know, I may be mistaken. It may end at 4. Apparently I am. I'm checking the timeline as I'm going, and it's coming to an end. So yay. I actually did something right for a change and ended it at 4. And let me tell you, if I go even like 30 minutes past 4 before I realize and then shut it off, you're just gonna have to accept the fact that maybe I'll let this one go a little longer. I don't know, but there's no way I am going back and keeping this video on my computer so I can do for like 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes of video, but 30 minutes of 7 Days to Die day, like time. That equates to like what? 90 seconds? Maybe a couple of minutes, who cares? It begs the question, though, why am I recording? If I'm going to export everything out at lower quality before I, send it to YouTube, why am I recording the core files? And, this is where that, red-eyed zombie is. And I realized the old traditional technique wasn't working. She was literally running right through my shit. And this is where I think about the idea of jumping the spikes. I don't think I do, though. See, she just rolls right around. I'm like, oh boy. I may have bit off more than I can chew. I get out of it, though. But anyway, the day's coming to a close here pretty soon. So I appreciate everyone who's been following this up to this point. I hope you enjoyed the commentary on this run. I hope you, understand why I'm trying to do all of this and why I'm taking it seriously, and kind of, I don't know. Today's been a real weird emotional roller coaster for me. So I think part of the not eating is just my stomach's been in knots because of the information I got earlier. So, but I feel like I'm getting beyond that now. So I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to edit this, upload it, and then get back to playing. So later.